Rated M for mature.
Sniping? Completed it, mate. Here are some challenges for the true hardcore players to tick off. Oh, I didn't notice you there. I was just effortlessly checking off 6 of the hardest challenges Sniper Elite 4 presents you in its campaign. But no, sure, no biggie. Got time to chat. See, there's doing the missions, and then there's doing the missions within the missions. Sniper Elite 4 poses challenges within each of its maps that get you to play out of your comfort zone or explore areas you wouldn't normally. It might be speedrunning the whole thing while a timer ticks down, or going after completely new objectives that are separate from the ones that further the story. But whatever exact shape or form they take, challenges are for the Fairburne-in-training who wants to squeeze the last drop from every area. So we've picked out 6 absolute peaches, each of them pushing you into a different mode of play and encouraging you to look at the mission afresh. They're certainly not easy to pull off, but with the honourable exception of the Commodore's song, when was anything easy worth doing? Before we head into the field, subscribe to us here on the channel for new videos every week and get that notification bell clicked too so you don't miss any of our stuff. Let's get to it.
Of course.
We're starting off not in the opening Sansalidi mission because that's really a playground for getting sharp with the game systems and mechanics, but instead on the beautiful Bitanti village coastline. Not that you're just here to feed your Instagram. Express Executioner wants you to kill an enemy every 2 minutes or less, the entire time until you complete the mission. It's basically speed if you swapped out Sandra Bullock and Keanu for Carl and his rifle, and the bus for people who aren't dead yet, and 50 miles an hour for... Alright, this one's got away from me. You need to keep killing people. There are 2 obvious dimensions to this challenge. One is simply getting within killing range of a new person within that time, and another is making sure that you don't alert so many people with each kill that you've basically got the entire island after you. It's a combination of speed and stealth then, which will definitely get some players right out of their comfort zones in search of glory. Onto the Lorino Dockyard now, a moody nighttime jaunt where your stealth skills are really put to the test early on. Your starting position's all the way out here, look, and while it might take most players a few attempts to get in without making more noise than the recycling van that always seems to turn up when you decide to have a lie-in, this challenge is next level stealthy. The Shadow tasks you with finishing the whole shebang without alerting a single enemy. You can prompt a bit of yellow alarm meter on the HUD, but no red. Essentially, enemies are allowed to know something's going on. They're just not allowed to know what's causing it. This feels like one of the biggest and most densely populated areas in the whole campaign, so getting through it as a ghost is all about getting to know enemy sightlines and dead spots between their patrols, then moving at just the right moment. Tick this one off and you can rest assured you've got some expert level Lorino Dockyard map knowledge. Melee Ace isn't mucking about. It doesn't care what upgrades you just unlocked for your sniper rifle, because as far as this challenge is concerned, you're here at the Abrunza Monastery for one thing and one thing only: to absolutely blast people in the face with your combat knife. Sounds like a pretty straightforward challenge until you actually get to the Abrunza Monastery. I mean, who's within knife range from here? There's a lot of verticality in this area, and the quiet genius of this challenge is that it turns that verticality itself into an enemy. Where before getting up high meant great vantage points for sniping, now it means you're basically useless. Patience is the big one here. You're really exposed in a lot of the map due to that street layout, so you're best laying in wait and then pouncing at the right part of an enemy patrol to do your brutal melee takedowns. Sorry.
Brutal melee takedowns.
Then slip back into the shadows.
It will suffice.
What I love about this one is that while the others are modifiers that change your whole approach to a level, this one's basically a single incredible trick shot that can be achieved in 1 second. Burn Your Boats over at the Magazzeno facility wants you to blow up 2 boats with 1 shot. To do it, you need to nail the fuel tank of one and set it off while the 2 are crossing over each other on patrol, starting a chain reaction that Michael Bay himself would be moved to tears of appreciation for. And okay, I did say you can pull it off in a second, and while that's technically true, the second is preceded by a lot of planning and positioning. You need to get in just the right position to get a sight line on both boats, line up your shot and wait patiently for the perfect moment when they overlap. No, don't worry, they're fine. They're not really real people, this is just a computer game, so. I like our next pick not just because it completely remixes the Giovi Fiorini mission, but because it also sounds like a great Agatha Christie. Death from Afar. To complete this challenge, you'll need to kill Rothbauer without setting foot on the island. You know, as in Rothbauer, that guy there who's completely safely tucked away in that building. Miles away. It is possible though, of course it is. We've heard it can be done by causing a ruckus in front of the building and egging him on to go out and investigate, thereby exposing that fleshy little sack of bones to your armoury. The simpler method though, if your scope's up to it, is to spot him through the window while he's still inside and pop off a shot from absolutely ages away. Of course, we're at the Allagra fortress for our last entry on today's list, although there are many more challenges in each of Sniper Elite 4's missions. This is the summit of Mount Good at the Game. Its snowy peaks reflecting your ascendancy through the ranks of merely adequate Fairburne to a kind of mega Carl who literally eats Nazis for breakfast. Not literally. It's here that you'll find Pressure Cooker, a challenge that tasks you with destroying 3 hydrogen peroxide tanks in 5 minutes by closing their valves. And the nature of this challenge is as much geographical as anything. To actually get to those 3 valves in time, you need such a deep knowledge of this maze of tunnels within the fortress that you could probably beat the architect who designed it in a pub quiz specifically about its layout. And it's not like you're just running about free from bother either. This is still the Allagra fortress we're talking about, so while the timer ticks down on the top corner, you'll be stopping for the briefest of seconds to dispatch an enemy in one swift shot, and then back to a full sprint and on your way again. It's a crazy challenge, and that's why we like it so much.
Overloading the hydrogen peroxide tanks are doing.
That's 6 to tick off your list then. But take a look at the challenges in each mission's pause menu and see which other ones take your fancy. They all change your priorities and your playstyle in every level. Before we slink back into the undergrowth to apply more Brill Cream to our hair, remember to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell, and leave us a thumbs up if you enjoyed what you saw. Until next time, remember to go out and watch the sunrise at least once a day.
Che colori! Davvero magnifico!
Now this is someone who actually deserves a medal.